99.3 Nigeria Info Lagos. Good morning to you. Welcome to Dailies today, the second part for the day, Tuesday, September 30, the very last day in the month of September. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
Right, you can watch our show on Facebook and on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info 99.3. If you have not liked our Facebook page, please do like it so that you can get the notification anytime we come on live on all our shows. If you haven't subscribed to our channel on YouTube as well, please do that. Subscribe so you can be notified immediately we come on live. Let's start with this unfortunate, very sad news from our constituency here. It's in the Daily Trust, page 6. Arise TV presenter killed in Abuja robbery attack.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to... I can't get out my reading glasses.
I'm going to, in the meantime, just go through that story. Her name is Somtochukwu Christelle Maduagu, a presenter with Arise News. She's been killed in a robbery attack at a residence in Katampe, Abuja, in the early hours of Monday. Arise News management confirmed her death in a statement signed by Hadiza Usman Ajayi.
Yes, it's very... Sorry about that. It's a very, very sad situation. Very, very sad. Early this morning, I had to express our condolence to Prince Nduka Webwana, who is the owner of Arise News. It said that she passed away in the early hours of Monday, following an armed robbery incident at her residence in Katampe area of Abuja, and is being investigated. It says that Somi was 29. She was not only a cherished member of the Arise News family, but also a vibrant voice that engaged and connected with the viewers of Arise. That's a statement from Arise. Beyond the airways, Somi was a lawyer who was a professional and supportive colleague and a friend to many. They say Somi's voice is now silent, but her spirit, passion, and legacy will endure as part of her collective memory. May her soul rest in peace. She's just 29, but her history is power-packed. With the 29-year-old who had a very, very bad future nipped in the bud. So far, may her soul rest in perfect peace. Our condolences go to our colleagues in Arise TV. Ooh, that's all. That's it, Sheriff. That's it. She's gone. You know, I'm going to go through life not actually knowing how people die. Are they chosen by God? Is it the devil's work? I don't know. Is death a good or a bad thing? Yeah, because, so we don't know where we're going on the other side.
No, we don't. I have no idea.
Probably if we did, we'd be happy to quickly cross over to the other side. Who knows? But it's one of the mysteries of the world. But what death always does to me is a reminder that most of the things you run around for and want to kill yourself over, at the end of the day, sometimes it's just not worth it. Yes, just not worth it. Well, our condolences to our family and to the Arise people.
Right. Let's move on to our next story. Page 3 of the Guardian newspaper. FG cancels Independence Parade. Insists Nigeria still work in progress.
I don't know when this work in progress will stop. At 65, you're still doing work in progress. But that is not an indictment of this government, though. It's an indictment. It goes all the way back. We just have refused to make considerable progress since we were granted independence in 1960. Some people will tell you, well, those of the kind of people that will tell you are almost gone now. But some people that we met in this world, some would say that the day was even better run under the British than when we ran the country ourselves, and that maybe we are not capable of running things ourselves. And sometimes you tend to feel so inclined. There's a big story tomorrow at Nigeria 65. They're going to have various people contribute. I'm too frustrated to get involved in that. You keep asking yourself year in, year out, what exactly the problem is. Politics aside, as a people, who are we? What do we want? What are our aspirations? Are aspirations collective or individual? But anyway, this story, before I go on my usual rant, this one says that cancel Independence Parade. And I asked Sheriff this morning, why? I read through the story. He didn't tell me why. So it has left it to speculation. And as a journalist, I begin to think of so many things. Okay, the president ran back from his tour recently. Is there a nexus between that and cancelling the parade? Because when he cut his journey short, one of the rumors being peddled around is that maybe there was an attempt to vacate him from his position, if you get what I'm saying. Could it be security report? It couldn't be money. A government that has enough money to have a very big commissioning of a road and commissioning 30 kilometers, running up and down from country to country. The money is not our problem. That is the impression we have been given by our government. That money in our water is not our problem. It's there to be spent. So why is the president cancelling this Independence Parade, which is almost sacrosanct? It is that once in a year where we see our armed forces do the parade. And as a kid, even as an adult now, some of the things that, growing up, you tended to hear was you wanted to watch the parade. In the early days, it was an opportunity to put on the television in daytime.
That's right.
Because in those days, television was 4 o'clock.
Right, yeah.
And then you wanted to listen to the president's speech. I remember I almost killed myself to get an advance copy of the speech and so on and so forth. Those things now have been thrown out of the window. But I think it's a sign of the times, really. Governance itself, Sheriff, in my estimation, has been demystified. Has been demystified. It's with the way the successive governments have handled affairs, the issue of even abroad, even presidents, America, name it, it's been completely demystified. There are certain behaviors, certain nuances, certain things you expect at government level to happen. It doesn't work like that anymore. Anyway, October 1 is a holiday. I'm sure you already know that. It's a holiday for all of us.
Could you?
Adeboye canvasses New Nigeria, and he intercedes. This is a rider. Says the general overseer has described his level of growth of independence while canvassing a new dawn. I don't know about New Dawn.
I want to talk to you about Independence Day, and you made a brief comment about how it used to be.
Yeah.
Is that feeling still there?
Well, maybe for the young, but one of the things we liked as children also was the parade, because you would go for the parade. Okay, there were children, there were military, it was a big event. Independence Day was a big event. And I think even in some parts of the world, it's still, I think the American independence is July the 4th. It's still a very big event. Yeah, over time, it depends on the whims and caprices of whoever is in charge.
What's the significance of our own Independence Day anniversary? In America, like you said, you hear everybody, wishing themselves happy 4th of July.
4th of July, yes.
There will be gatherings, there will be family gatherings, there will be friends gathering, there will be, people marrying and having fun. Do we have that kind of attachment to the date?
We don't have that kind of attachment because we don't have attachment to the nation.
Oh.
There's too much division. That is one. Number two, why we don't have that attachment is the confusion between 1st of October and May 29.
On May 29.
It brings, and then subsequently June 12. So there's a lot of confusion. I wish they would marry all. But the most important thing, to bring Nigerians together is very difficult. Look at Buhari, for example. Filled all the juicy places with his own people. Tinubu is doing the same. So how can a country be united under that kind of disposition? Our country is a miracle we are one Nigeria. It's totally fragmented. And when you criticize, for example, you say that President Trump make more balance, the next referral you have is Buhari did the same. So has it now become part of us that Nigeria, the Nigeria Center, is for you to go and grab and benefit your people. People blame Obasanjo. When he was president, he couldn't tie the road to Ota. Is that what?
Because it wasn't an Ota president.
It was not the president. So the truth is that Nigeria is highly fragmented, and it's being more and more fragmented day by day. And I fear for this country 10, 15 years from now. I hope we still have a country.
I hope so. Let's move on to our next story very quickly now. This is on page 5. Court stops Pengasyn others from cutting gas supply to Dangote refinery.
Yes, I mean, we are all aware. I don't want to waste too much time on this. We're all aware on the current impasse on unionizing Dangote staff and the threat of strikes and so on and so forth. Again, the same old system, and the report here says that court has stopped Pengasyn and others from cutting gas supply to refinery. I just want the Pengasyn especially to realize that it would be sad to put Nigerians under severe punishment with the way things are right now. They have to be very, very careful. They have to look at the ultimate effect of whatever they want to do, no matter how justified.
Yeah.
Yes, they have to think of the Nigerian people, no matter how justified. I'm sure there are other ways. They need to think outside the box. I saw Mr. Peter, what's his name? Esele yesterday on the program, and I could see that if Pengasyn had been under him, for example, there probably would have been a bit more caution applied. But we are beginning to see Labour as being rabble-rousers in the wrong place. When it's time to fight for the generality of Nigerians, they are nowhere they pussyfoot. All of us have a fair idea of what goes on behind the scenes in the oil industry. And we have a feeling, or we are being told, that is being threatened. So with that at the back of their mind, I would like the Pengasyn to be a bit more careful and a bit more circumspect in the things that they do, so that they don't lose the support of the people.
In this instance, right, people have said this is a bit of a catch-22 kind of situation. Nobody should be able to stop any worker from joining the union. Dangote also has investors, monies to cater to, and refinery is built in such a way that once you turn it on, you can't turn it off. And with the way Pengasyn is moving, it's almost looking like this is bordering on national security.
Well, it's bordering on national security, and I've not been happy with the labor movement in very recent times. They haven't shown that responsibility and zeal. Nobody is a fool. We are not fools. Okay? We have a fair idea of what goes on behind the scenes. And we also know, we also have a fair idea of Waterguan, if I want to
Waterguan.
We have a fair idea. So the labor over time, the labor movements generally over time, have been seen to be cash cows. Call a spade, have been seen to be cash cows by a lot of people. A lot of things have been going down on the back end. So over time, their relevance in real terms has been relevance in real terms. The kind of stories, for example, that are going around about how whether it's true or not, how some members of the labor unions have been benefiting from the marketing of PMS and so on and so forth before that came. It is out there. We don't know if it's true or not, but it leads to some suspicion. And yes, this country is now here we are. We really don't know why we cancelled this independence parade.
We don't know.
We really don't know. But one thing that has never been erased from my mind is what happened to Anwar Sadat in Egypt. You remember?
Of course. Why not? Okay. And now NLC is planning to join this movement, this Pengasyn movement.
They can do what they like. On all honesty, I'm not too impressed with them. Second base, Jerry.
Let's go to second base. Back to Daily Trust. This time, page 12, and this story reads. What's this?
Oh, okay. Sun rank can be withdrawn if abused. CJ
Oh,
was
okay.
biased.
Okay.
Okay, so yesterday there were new SANs were presented and sworn in and so on. Congratulations to my good friend Yomi, his wife Onyiko is now an SAN. So said you better be careful. I have another SAN in my pocket. But this story caught my attention that the SAN rank can be withdrawn. I didn't even know that. I'm glad to hear that. So, what is the basis for the for the withdrawal of the SAN rank? Some of the stories we hear of some of people who wear that rank, we'd like to know what happened. Of course, what comes to mind is a recent judgment in a UK court about the supposed behavior of a senior advocate of Nigeria. What is going to happen? We need examples. There's no point having all the laws in this world if you don't have an example to prove that you mean business. And we are watching that case. We are talking to few people on the back end, what could likely happen. But we are looking and waiting and seeing how it's going to go. Because it's a disgrace to our country. From the judgment that I read of that case that happened in the UK. Not helped by the fact that the gentleman was even accused of parading degrees from non-existing universities. So that's another thing entirely. But I thought that the issue of SAN is of complete integrity. But it's missing. What I was made to believe is that when they say that you are silk, that is senior advocate of Nigeria, God Almighty, you have in fact, your integrity level, if care is not taken, should be almost equal to that of a judge. But what do we have here? We have various stories. Some of the atrocities that have been committed by lawyers, to be honest with you, have been by SANs. And I, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think I can think of any SAN who has been punished for misdemeanor. I can't think of. There could be, but I can't think of any. But I'm glad the CJ said yesterday that people should the SAN should realize that it can be withdrawn, and the CJ was said to have said, I urge you to uphold and internalize those principles so that you may carry this rank with the utmost dignity, grace, and sense of responsibility it demands. The question I'm asking you out there now, the SANs that you know, do they carry do they carry themselves with the utmost dignity, grace, and sense of responsibility, or are they dignified hustlers? Some of them that you know. Right. I'm not painting everybody with one brush. I'm just asking you out there, the SAN that you know, what do you think of him?
Okay.
I don't like the way you kind of went quiet.
I'm trying to think. I mean, that's a very valid question. So I'm trying to think of the SANs that I know.
Yes, they'll be very rich, but some of the things that they have been accused of, some of those even in the forefront of the profession today. How many of them can you actually describe to say that they are carrying their position with the utmost dignity, grace, and sense of responsibility?
I know a couple. Very, very, yeah, but they may not want me to mention their names, but
no, don't matter.
I know a couple. Yeah. Why are you rubbing your tummy now? What's going on?
No, nothing. I was thinking of my breakfast actually.
Okay, let's move on to page 10 of the Vanguard newspaper. Page 10. Traders protest demolition at Lagos Trade Fair Complex.
Okay, so the comments I made last week have gone viral. I stand by them. Some of them have been understood, so be it. I think I had the Commissioner for Information on Lagos State was on a TV program, I think over the weekend, and I disagreed with him. He said at some point the government sent some people in to monitor what was going on, and those people were beaten. And then you did what? Lagos State government? Come on. You sent people into, they said to do a manhandle and beating, and then you did what? I think that it was irresponsible of the government to sit back and watch development get to that level. I stand by what I said.
I'm with you.
I stand by what I said. And what I also said is that I also think it was irresponsible of all those who set up, who were involved in the construction of the buildings. Because all this is easy money that carries, if it was, no bank would approve the building of, would approve financing a building project that doesn't have all the prerequisite approvals. Mm-hmm. No bank would do that. So I believe that there is enough blame to go around. We need to tell ourselves some home truths. This is a wrong way to do things. Because you see, the optics, when you now want to apply the judgment, the optics don't look good. Mm-hmm. The same thing is happening to Balogun. The Lagos State government sat down there and watched Balogun develop. That was not the Balogun I knew as a child. Building by building by building by building. You watch all these things develop. You watch people build houses so that two houses cannot open their windows at the same time. You gave approvals for those things. And then one day you then say, oh, no, we don't think it is right, and you begin to bulldoze it. We have had enough of that. It's high time we started holding certain persons responsible. But what we are also being told here is that it's a bit complex, the trade fair, because some of the traders have said, some of the builders have said that the buildings were approved by the federal government. You know, trade fair complex is like FHA. Yeah. It's like a federal government area. Mm-hmm. And the Lagos State insists that federal government or not, any building that's going to be erected in the state has to have its approval. And I agree with that. It's understandable. But the question I'm still asking is, why did you wait till now? Why did you wait till now? Why couldn't you make a representation to the federal government to, why didn't you do something? So I stand by what I said. And now, Sheriff, listen to this. Demolition is unfortunate. Management board of the Trade Fair Complex. What have they said? The executive director of the Lagos International Trade Fair Management Board, Vera Safia Danusa, who addressed the aggrieved traders yesterday, sympathized with their plight and confirmed that the complex was under the control of the federal government through the board. The state government could easily have gone to court to establish authority before going in with bulldozers. Okay? And then she says, it is unfortunate that we were not carried along before this incident. They were not even told something like this was going to happen. And then it goes on to say, but I want to ensure you that every necessary ministry and agency has been notified. The property belongs to the federal government and we intend to resolve this matter amicably. This is what my mother used to call campaign after election. Mm-hmm. You want to resolve the matter amicably after the buildings have been destroyed. You see the country you are living in.
It's quite painful. That's people's investment gone.
Yes. Yes. But it still boils down to what I said. We have easy access to money. I hate, if you want to see me cure my wrath, let somebody near me say money now, what I do. That kind of attitude, the way we spray money, throw money away, that is the underlying problem we have. If you had to get a mortgage or a bank facility to set up a lot of those plazas, I'm sure you'd be more careful. No bank would even give you a facility anyway.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Seriously. Very seriously. Let's move on to our next story. This is in the Vanguard, page 11. Take a listen. Lagos. 2027. Ohaneze never endorsed Tinubu. That's in batter.
I don't even know. To be honest with you, we need to put to test all these Ohaneze, Afenifere, Northern Elders Forum. We need to put a test to what extent they will be talking on behalf of their people. And maybe the politicians shouldn't bother. Is Ohaneze going to determine the next election in the East? It might not be. We have seen constantly that a lot of these so-called cultural groups really are fending for themselves and their relatives. So I maybe politicians themselves need to take a critical look and not get carried away by the fact that Ohaneze said we are behind you. and that means anything. No, because I saw Hakim. No, what's the name of that works minister?
Works minister.
Whatever his name. He was.
I don't know why his name.
His name just disappeared. I saw him. He had started the campaign, full campaign against INEC.
Ben Ayade.
INEC was not Ben
Ben
Ayade.
Ayade.
No,
not Ben Ayade.
Works minister Umahi.
Umahi.
Yeah.
Dave Umahi. Apologies.
Let's go to the next story. Is it one of the
This one.
Jonathan.
This
yes.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Do we have enough time?
Do we have enough time?
We don't.
Okay, let's just mention it. Jonathan's tenure, a disaster.
The federal government is reacting. Look, what's his name? Bayo Ononuga. Should just chill. The man is a former president. He deserves respect. He hasn't even said he was.
He hasn't said anything actually.
And already they are running him down. He will demystify yourself. It's already, of course, the same old style of insulting people in a hidden manner. I don't know why you can't put up an argument without insulting the person. Bayo Ononuga should chill. They should stop panicking. Jonathan hasn't said he's going to run. And if he runs, leave it to the people. We haven't forgotten Dasuki Gate. We haven't forgotten that this other lady was the old minister during his tenure. So we are not stupid. We are not fools. Okay? Mm-hmm. We are not fools.
We have to go. We must go now. Lagos, that's our show. Kofi is back with the Morning Crossfire.
Oh, what did they happen now? Bonus for all my lines. No panic.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3